This morning we've got a pipe coming out of a tankless coil with a pinhole leak in it. We were there not too long ago, about a month ago maybe, to do a similar job for the cold water side. That was a little bit more involved, but there's not a whole lot of piping left that's old. It was just when the mixing valve was installed, they just kind of cut it off, and rather than replacing the last 6 inches to the tankless coil, they just tied onto it. So now that's gone bad, and we've got to go there and replace that section. So let's get into it. Okay, so we are here again. We replaced all of this on the cold side, but the hot side decided to let go. So you can see he made the temporary patch here until we could get here this morning, and we have to replace from the coil over to the new section. Okay, so we'll shut the water off right here. And we'll take our bucket, put it on the end here, bleed out the pressure. Doesn't seem like there's a whole lot there. Just keep that open. So we'll cut it back here, disconnect this union here. Actually, I'm going to just try and cut it, because this is usually a fiber washer in there, so if I can leave that, I will. And then we'll just take it back there, remake this up, grab our mini cutter, which almost sneaks by. This is the bigger mini cutter. Grab our towel. Alright, just a little bit of tension there. Draining out. Now we'll come over to here. You can get a full rotation on. You can just see how much it's crushing that pipe right there. Definitely thin. You can see where it was getting ready to leak through here and have another pinhole. This might work. Let's get on this side. Definitely a little thin in there. Alright, let's see now about spinning this off. Alright. Put our towel here to catch the expanding water. And let's make up the new male adapter. Okay, here's our male adapter. Grab our 1/2-inch fitting brush. Clean that up. Grab a piece of copper. Doesn't really matter what length. Clean that up. Flux them. Stick them together. Get your torch. Grab a striker. Strike a flame. Grab your solder. Heat it up. And sweat your joint. Oh, that's kind of gross looking. All right, let's clean that up. Make it look pretty. That's a better looking joint. Let it cool, and then wipe it down. Just gonna use this as a gunner for now. Okay, so I cut this short. That way when we go to sweat the 90 onto here, most of the heat will be maintained up here and we won't be having it bleed into the threads too far. I taped it, we'll dope it, put it in, get our measurements. I'm using this just as a gunner right now, just to get my measurements and everything lined up. I'll just cut a new piece here, put a 90 on, get a full length in there, and we'll sweat it up and we should be done. All right. Okay. There we go. All right. All right, so we start from the bottom of the fitting because heat works its way up. Move to the top of the fitting, just like so. And you come back and you hit it with flux. clean it up. Make sure that the solder ran all the way around. Then while it's still hot, come back with the rag. Well, you want to make sure it's still hot, but not, still liquid solder. You want the solder to have cured or hardened, but it's still very hot to the touch. And the flux comes right off. So we shut this off, and then we turn the cold water on and test it out. Turn it on slow. Everything is up to pressure. So now, let's see, what's the easiest way to do this? I don't think we're going to go through. Well, let's try it. Yeah, no, that's what I thought. Alright, but we're all new. Doesn't look like we have any leaks. We'll let this sit while we clean up and come and double check it. Okay, we're all cleaned up here now. Everything looks good and solid. No leaks, no pooling water. We should be good to go. All right, so that went pretty well. Can't really complain. We had most of the fittings and we were able to get that old pipe swapped out. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe. If you have any comments or suggestions for future videos, drop those down below. I'd really appreciate it, hearing your feedback. And we'll see you on the next one.